HTML code structure, working with the body section. Let's cover the basic code structure. Now, we've done this before, but it's always important to cover the importance of the basic code structure. Now, take a look at this table, for instance. I would recommend literally taking a table like this and pasting it somewhere on your PC screen or on your wall next to your face, because it's very important that you can always take a look at the order of importance of your syntax, especially if you are a beginner with HTML. So once again, we have the doc type declaration listed first. Reason for that, it's always written first within an HTML document. The code syntax is identified by the doc type tag. The purpose of this tag is to define the HTML version, and the visibility, in other words, who sees this. This would be the back-end view. Thus that means it's not viewed by your users, but by you as the creator. Then, after the doc type declaration, we normally have the root element, which would be the code syntax identified by the HTML opening and closing tags. The purpose of this tag is to act as a container for both the head and the body sections. The visibility would be not applicable here because it's neither back-end nor front-end view. It contains the elements regarding front-end or back-end view. Then after the root elements appear the head section within the root element. The head section is identified by the two head tags, the opening and closing head tags, and this provides document description. This is also back-end visibility, thus your viewers or your web users, browsers, will not see the head section. And finally, we have the body section, which also appears within the HTML root element. It's identified by the opening and closing body tags, and this contains the document content like pictures, text, paragraphs, headers, anything visible to your browsers, and this refers to front-end view. Now, in this video, we will be covering the body section. Every HTML document should contain exactly one opening body tag and one closing body tag. This defines the section that contains all the document content. Once again, this refers to images, text, paragraphs, anything you want to be visible to your client. Scroll bars, buttons, anything that could make the visibility and the looks of your website a little bit more appealing. Note, the body section should not contain any metadata scripts or style sheets. These elements belong within the head section. Those are descriptive elements. Descriptive elements do not belong in the body, but they belong in the head section. Few of the elements to be found within a body section would refer to headings and paragraphs. Maybe you have a listed book on your website. Buttons and navigation. How do people go from the home page to the about page to the gallery page? Of course, we use buttons. Links, maybe you would like to link to other websites. Tables and lists to give a more structured look. And of course, images to provide a more visual look to a website. Take, for instance, a photography website. So let's see what the body can provide with a website. Take a look at this visual. This would be a perfect table layout of what a body can look like. At top, we always have headers that identify the header of any piece of text. Then we have another smaller header section with an article, which can contain a paragraph or a few paragraphs, a footer to identify the final part. Then we sometimes have aside sections that contain banners or buttons or navigation. And at the bottom, we always have a footer. I want you to think of copyright lines. Normally it would say copyright blank space 2009, normally contained within the footer. All of these elements are created within the body tag. Alright, so let's create some HTML that contains some body elements. Now I will be working in Notepad++. You are welcome to work in Notepad. It works the same way. You can type exactly what I will be presenting as well. First things first, I'm going to set my language to HTML. Those working with Notepad, just continue typing the code. Now the first element we will be adding, or the first section, is the doc type declaration. This, of course, identifies the version of HTML being used. The next section we will add would be the root element, the HTML root element. And out of habit, I'm immediately going to close my element as well. That just prevents me from forgetting it. Within the root element, I will now place the head section and the body section. So first comes the head section to describe the document. To describe the document, I will add a title tag. Within the title, we can type anything like, for instance, since we are creating headers, I will type my first header page. Alright, let's close the title tag since it is a container as well, and I will also be closing the head tag because I'm complete with the head section. After the head section has been completed, we can now commence with the body section. Within the body section, I will now be placing the first element you will be introduced regarding body elements, and this will be a header size. Now the most common and large header size would be the header 1 size, identified by H1. Within the H1 tag, I will type my header. Welcome to HTML headers. See it like a paragraph title. Closed with the H1 tag as well, and there the header has been created. Once your content is complete, you can close the body tag and then you are complete. Now, once you get a little bit more comfortable with HTML, you will not only add one header, you can add several sizes of headers and paragraphs as well. But let's see what we created. So let's save our document. File, Save As, find a navigation folder you would like to save it in. I'm going to name my file Header. Those working with Notepad, remember to add your .html extension. Once we've saved, let's run the document in Internet Explorer, and you will see the title is My First Header Page, and the header has appeared as Welcome to HTML Headers. And as you can see, it's quite large and very easy to read. Now we can return to our HTML document to add maybe another header. To add another header, we can just add another H1 tag. In this one, you can type anything like my second header. Once the tag's been closed, quick save the document and run in Internet Explorer to see the change. There, the second header has been added, and as you can see, it is the same size and boldness of the first header. Within the next video, we will discover some more header sizes.